So, because I'm going to be working with ink today, I have this plastic sheet that I'm putting under my paper. You're not going to really see it, but just so you know, that's what I'm doing. So that hopefully it won't leak through to the other pages. Oh my gosh, hello everyone! There are so many of you all of a sudden. It's nice to see you guys. Okay, so I have no clue what to talk about, and I'm probably going to get like sucked into the art, so we'll see how much this works. And also, like, I'm going to need your guys' help for conversation, so honestly, ask questions, do whatever. I'm gonna start here. Let's see. We like your voice. Thanks. I'm getting used to hearing it on, what's it called? As a recording, because that's not usually what I'm into, or like how I hear my voice. So, it's a process. One of these days I'll be like, yeah, okay, that works, but as of right now it still sounds weird. So, this drawing is just supposed to test out some techniques. So, the doodle itself isn't going to be that big of a deal, but hopefully, if I do this right, shading and that kind of thing will work out really well. Let's see. Your art style is uwu. Thank you. Let's see. I'm drawing 2. Good. Draw along. Doesn't have to be the same thing, but let this be a time for you to take as like, oh yeah, I should draw that thing I've been thinking about. And I would love it if my desk would be less sticky, but oh well. Let's see. I love your style. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with how far it's come, so I'm glad that other people like it as well. See, my sister pronounces Gucci like Gucky. Oh my gosh. That is oof. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. There's a lot of hellos, which makes me very happy to see you guys. Oh, here's one. What inspired you to start an art channel? As kind of just a fun little side project for myself, I ended up doing a video, and everyone was like, whoa, that's really good. So they're like, you should definitely do cartoons, and you could do them really well on YouTube. And so I started that, and I'm glad I did, because I very much enjoy doing it. Like, I'd much rather be doing stuff on YouTube than, like, most other things. Okay, so generally we're sketching out the face. Let's see, I'm scared for 8th grade. Oh my gosh, don't even remind me that the school year is starting up again. I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal. You know, you ease into it, and so it's gonna be easy. I mean, okay, actually I'm not gonna say easy. It's gonna be completely manageable. You'll be fine. Let's see, today's my cousin's birthday. Happy birthday to your cousin! Let's see, when did you get the idea to make Gourmet? Ooh, good question. Let's see. I had a group of friends that used to call me Gourmet as a reference to something that I'm not sure of. And it was just because, like, I would talk about how, like, oh yeah, one time I ate, like, alligator, because why not? And, you know, it was a cool experience or whatever. And so they started calling me Gourmet, and at some point, we all started making these little characters out of those nicknames that we would call each other, and Gourmet was part of that. So, in fact, he started out as just, like, the stupidest doodle. I should Oh, I don't like the spacing of that, but when I'm done fixing this eye, I should just see if I can figure out how I used to draw him. Okay, close enough. One moment. Okay, blank page. I used to draw him like this. And that was, I don't know if you can see that. That was how he was drawn, like, that was just it. Until one day I decided I was going to do detail, and then that came into the Gourmet that I'm working on now, so. Yeah, it's funny how just a little bit of goofing around will give you a great inspiration. That works out really well. Okay, now as I was telling that big story. See, oh my goodness, you didn't even finish the drawing and it already looks wonderful. Thank you. It always worries me when I start these things because sometimes I can get it on the first go and it turns out exactly how I have it in my head and it works out great. And then other times it just takes years to figure out what the heck I'm doing, how it's gonna work out. And so this is one of those times that it's working out pretty good and I'm happy with how it's turning out. See, the only reason I'm scared is that I'm having the same science teacher and she threw a clipboard across the room. Oof. Yeah, no, that would make me worried too, I think. I had a really spooky science teacher, not because she was actually spooky, but because she was like the toughest ever, and she'd expect a lot of you and then not really teach it to you. She'd expect you to learn it out of the book, which isn't great, because books, for me at least, are useless. They're not a place for me to learn whatever the heck they want me to, because I need someone to explain it to me. I can't just trust that I'm knowing what I'm supposed to know. And so, yeah. That would be, I have fully lost where I was going with that. Spooky science teachers. That was the point, right? Yeah. No, a lot of them are super spooky. And if I can survive my spooky science teacher with no casualties, I am sure that you can survive yours. Let's see, I don't learn from books either. Yeah, something about it, like, there's some books that I can learn from, but it's just so stagnant all the time, and so, you know, there's nothing to keep me engaged. I don't know how I draw chef's hats. Like, I don't even know how. I've just accepted this as how a chef hat looks, which is, you know, fun and all, but I should one of these days actually go look at, like, a picture of a chef's hat. Good enough. Okay, so we have generally the face. Okay, I think that's good enough. I don't think I'm going to add any extra detail because I'm going to try a technique later on that should be pretty good, but we'll see. Anyway, so now I'm going on to inking, which I probably shouldn't because my ink is super old and starting to get really thick when it shouldn't be. But, anyway, so for my inking process, I use just a toothpick because I don't want to buy ink pens. And this way I can just take this toothpick, just a little bit of tape so my fingers don't get super, super messy, because the toothpick, the wood will absorb the ink and it'll travel like all the way up sometimes. And so just having that little bit of guard between ink and me really saves everything. But yeah, so toothpick. And I just dip it into my ink, which is actually trash, but it's okay. We'll see how well this works. Sometimes it takes a little bit. That's working okay. Oh my gosh. See, this is gonna take longer than most of my... This might be a thick enough paper that I don't have to worry about it, but just in case. Uh-oh. I have no napkins down here. That was also a mistake. It's fine though. Oof. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let me see if I can get better light. Does that look better? Let's hope. Okay. See, love how you draw animals. Thank you, because sometimes I question, but for the general, they look like it, right? It looks like a cat, so that's all it's got to do. Let's see. I want to know your secrets on how to draw. Do I have any? That's a good question. I seriously just practice and also figure out what the heck you're doing. First, what am I doing? Oh dear. I hate working with ink. It always looks so good, but I hate it because it's so stressful, because if I mess up, it's over. And especially with Gourmet, where he has no colors. If I mess up at all, it's over. There's no hiding it. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah. Pro tip, have ink that works, and don't use stuff that's super old and congealed. That would probably help this go a million times better. So, okay. May this work. That's a lot of ink, holy cow. Okay. That's two eyes that are fairly similar in size and shape. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, it's Gourmet. I remember the story. I like Gourmet. I like Gourmet too. I would like this ink better if it was not terrible. Let's see, what helped you find your art style? Really just looking at a heck ton of other artists. Like, you will find things that they do or techniques that they use that you like. And oh my gosh, I can't dedicate to... Okay, we'll see. It's fine. It's just gonna be thick lines that I don't normally do. Okay, anyway. Yeah, you'll find things that people do, and you'll realize, like, techniques that you want to try, and then eventually you'll figure out something that you like. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to see if there's... Okay. Oh, dang. Well, it's thick, but I think that's okay. It's okay. Oof. Yeah, okay. This is fine. That looks good enough. So I have to check after like every line. Okay. This is looking okay. This is so much thicker than what I normally do. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's fine. Let's see, my tablet was broken, but my parents surprised me by taking it to repair it. Oh, that's lovely. I'm glad that your tablet's back to at least somewhat of a working order, right? Okay. Push that to a tip. And we're working on it. Wow, this takes so much focus. Okay, good enough. See, I think I've used almost every good word to compliment this drawing, and it's super cute. Ugh, thanks. Words are hard. Like, I only know like 5. Okay. Yeah, I keep looking at the camera, worried it's gonna look dumb, because up close it looks a little bit wonky. But I'm kind of liking the thicker lines. I don't usually do that, so kind of a nice change. Well, thank you, clock. Let's see. When you do animation and you throw your phone across the room because you rage and you can't get the perfect line, that's a big mood. Yeah, lines. Oh my gosh. Ugh, okay. Goodness gracious. Mine does not want to do what I need it to do. Okay, it's rough, it's thick, but it's fine. For me, this drawing is not scary, it's amazing. Darn, I was going for scary. I'm just kidding. Okay, look at that blob of ink. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but never mind. Anyway, it's a lot of ink. Oh my goodness. Ink. Why did you do this to me? Hey, that one worked pretty good. Oof, there's some rough ones, but generally speaking, we're doing okay. There we go. Ha! Some detail. Wipe all the ink that I have on my fingers off. Okay, whew. See, I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. You're not. You're not. I love to see that people are, like, actively engaged in what I'm doing. Oh, gosh, okay. Yeah. Active engagement is very nice. So, you know, do your thing. Okay, I have one question for you guys. Can you hear my fan, and how bad is it? Because, like, trying to gauge just kind of like how much this carries, or how much volume it picks up, this camera. Because if like oh, you can't hear it? Perfect. Let's see. So happy I just woke up. I usually sleep through your streams. I would sleep through my streams sometimes. Like, just the amount of tiredness. Yeah, I'm sorry they have, like, zero consistency as far as, like, when I do them. It's usually just like, oh my gosh, I've been inspired to try a thing. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've been inspired to try a thing, and so now I'm gonna go do it, because I might as well video it. That could have been better, but that's okay. There's some whiskers. And then if I can just do the ears and the hat, then I can move on to the part that I really want to do, but I realize I have done nothing to prepare for, but that's okay. I got ink all over my tape. Okay, give me like 5 seconds to go grab something to wipe it off with. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. There's a little bit left, but I think that'll be enough that I won't get it on everything. Okay. So I was gonna do ears. That worked out pretty a-okay. And then, I think that's a little much, but we're gonna be. Okay. If I could actually dip into the ink, that would be much helpful. Okay, that looks good. Let's see. Oh, goodness. I did it again. Okay. Time for the hat. Okay. Okay. Hat base is done. Did you have to learn to draw by yourself, or did you take a course? I have taken courses, but they were after a bulk of the stuff. Like it was after I figured out how I wanted to draw. So they were helpful. I'll say they were helpful, because I'm sure there's some things that I learned that I didn't realize I learned. But generally, most of it is just a lot of trial and error until you figure out what you like, what you don't like. And right now, I don't like working with ink. Okay. What inspired you to draw? When did you start? I started when I was younger. I don't know what age. It was about maybe 5 or 6. Well, no, it'd have to be more. Would it? 6 or 7, probably. Like, years ago, not that age. I mean, I did some art stuff as a kid, obviously, but it was a lot of I got a tablet, and there was like a drawing app on it that made it really community based, which sparked my interest more than I think if it was just me trying to do me. These curves are going to kill me. There's always something in the drawings I do that's just gonna make me lose my mind. That is a rough line. It is trying its very best. Okay, that's better. See, when I was 5, I got into it. Oh, so even started from a younger age, which I think will definitely help in the future, just because by the time you're my age, or by the time, or you've been doing, I don't know, anyway, you'll definitely have, I think, a stronger base. I learned to draw by myself, that must be why I don't draw. See, I don't draw so well. Nope. Nope. I'm a firm believer that, one, I don't think you don't draw well. I think that you have yet to get to a point where you like what you do. You know, like, it's a journey. But I also don't believe that you have to have other people teach you in order to be good at something. Like I said, I took a course, but that was more because school required it than because it was gonna, like, be beneficial. So, you just gotta keep practicing. Okay, good enough. I just want to get to the cool part that might not work out very well at all, but we will see. Ooh. Well, this will give me the texture line art that I'm always talking about, how I like it so much. Because it sure as heck ain't smooth. Let's see, I didn't believe in practice, but comparing last year to this year, I've really improved. Yeah, for sure. But you can't stay in the same place. It's impossible. So as long as you're just working at it, you're gonna get better. You're gonna. You can't not get better. So yeah. That is practice, exactly. Do you have any drawing prompts or ideas? Drawing prompts. I like to go online and find, like, character generators. You know, where they say, like, draw a character with green eyes and, you know, that kind of thing. Because they're just vague enough that you can kind of figure out where to put in your creativity. And, oh my gosh, and then they're just descriptive enough that they'll kind of push you to do things that you're not normally gonna try to do. Okay, well, I am going to say that is good enough. I'm gonna put away this ink and be done. Let's see. So when I see the current drawing and the old drawing, I think I call this art, or I call this drawing. Yeah, for sure. There's some art that I look back on and I'm like, oof. But, like, you have to appreciate the thought process at the time, because that was your base, and now here you are being better because you did that drawing, you know? Wow, I got dust everywhere. Okay, so here's my thought process. While I let this dry, I am going, because I want to erase the pencil in the background, I am going to get some acrylic, and I'm going to try a technique that absolutely no one has said anything or suggested. Like, no one's suggested this, I'm pretty sure. I think they say don't, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to see if I can find some red paint, and I'm going to thin it just a little bit so that I can perhaps get it to splatter, you know, like blood. Okay, so I have this cheap, like $5 bag of paintbrushes, and then I'm going to try to draw, or I'm going to go grab some paint. Again, I am not prepared for this at all. So give me like 5 seconds. I'll be back again. Okay. Ugh. And then I have water, so we can do this. Okay. And I think I'm going to be a little bit extra. And let's see. Wow, it's a lot of brushes. I don't have half of it. Yeah, I don't know where I got these, but they had a bulk of, there's like 25 pieces, and they were all for like $5, and that was a miracle. And had that not come into my life, I would have 0 brushes. Okay. So, the thought process for me is I don't want to do just red. I will do some that is just red, but I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of a mix of colors. So, I'm going to move this so that it can dry some more. And then I have this ugly little paint dish. And we're going to do some brown, just a little bit. Some brown and red. It's very, very red. Do not have anything darker. Here, I'll try this Tuscan red. And then some with lighter red as well. I would like to have a couple different tones of red just to play around. Okay, so there's my mixed colors. Now, I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to mix them up a little bit. Kind of looks like a blood color, right? And then clear that off and start with this lighter one. They're very close. So just a little bit more to make it. That was more than I wanted, but that's okay. It'll give it variety. Okay, that's good enough. That's pretty close to what I use in digital, so that will be okay. Gosh. Black red is a nice deep color. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think, because this is kind of like the color that they use for like movie studios and stuff. And if I can find, that's kind of similar to this color. It's darker because there's no light, but this is the special effects stuff that I use for Halloween. So that's, I think those are good colors so that we can have some texture and variety. Okay, and then last but not least, I do want to test to make sure that it won't ruin the image, because I don't want to draw that again. Especially don't want to ink it. So, as practice, I'm going to find somewhere here. Oh goodness. Where is a good page? I have no blank spaces. Okay, this is good enough. Moving this. So what I'm doing is I'm going to dip just a little bit, and then in the bottom I'm going to, or in this bowl, I'm dipping it in water just a little bit, and then, let's see if it works. That's gonna be good. That looks like blood, right? Some blood splatter. So, that's perfect. That works exactly how I want it to. So now that I do want to try just a little bit of the lighter red. Oh, I'm gonna get this everywhere. Yeah, okay, I like the contrast that both of them have. So let me wipe off my hands and get this book right back to where it was. Okay. Move this over here. I have fully sprayed my clock. Oh my gosh. It's fully covered in just paint. Oops. Oh well, who cares? It's old. Anyway, let's see. I'm briefly looking over all the stuff that I've missed. Yeah, I love that there's so many different languages going on. Okay, so first, let's just real quick. Okay, so nothing's picking up, so I think that means it's dry. So if that's true, I can go in with this eraser and get rid of all the extra lines. And it's looking, there's so much texture on this drawing because of how thick that ink is. Okay. Brush, brush, brush. Okay, there we go. I forget that Gourmet has eyes that have to be, do I even have a thin enough brush? The answer is no, but that's okay. Actually, no. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to take my toothpick again. I'm gonna work with the paint. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Okay, so that's a first layer. See, for Halloween I'm going to be a demon with injuries and loads of blood. I love that. I love being spooky things for Halloween. There was one time I had it so that my entire face looked like, well, no, not my entire face. I made it look like I had ripped my skin off to make a masquerade ball type of mask. And that was pretty cool because it made a kid cry, which, you know, sad, but I was scary. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do with that. Gotta let that dry a little bit. Okay. I want this to go well, but I'm worried I won't like it when I'm done, so there's a little bit of hesitation, but that's okay. I'm going to do less. I'm just gonna... There we go. It's working out okay. Wow, I wish I could do this with my digital stuff, like, that would be cool. Okay. I think that's probably enough. I don't know that I want him to be fully red, but I think I'm going to just kind of give it a little bit of paint. There we go. The blood of my victims, or tea. I usually go for tea. Do love some good tea. Oh. Ended up being kind of dark. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Fully rinse out that brush. And then, I think that looks great. Let's maybe just a little bit of... I'm just barely dipping it into the paint. Like, you can see just barely any paint. So hopefully that will just... Oh, well, heck. I hate that that happened. I don't know what happened, but I don't like that it did. Where'd I put my dang cloth? Okay. So now he's covered in blood. And I had fun spraying paint everywhere. So, that's nice. Okay. I would like to go over with some more red. Ooh, mistakes have been made, but that's okay. Did I sing? I literally have no recollection of that. Like in this live? Or are you talking like my other video? What happened? I'm so focused on this art, I realize I have no clue what I'm doing. Wild. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. Look at those highlights. Yeah, wild. Okay. I'm gonna try one more tiny highlight, but it's probably gonna be so big. Okay. That works. Well, you know, for a murderous little cat, he sure has cute eyes. And I'm not 100% happy with him, so I'm gonna go in with the pure red in a hopes to perhaps make it a little bit more contrasting from the black, which I think it's doing. There we go. Okay. I think I'm happy with how that has turned out. Let's clean off these brushes so I don't have a mess to deal with later. And I think that worked out very well. I like that now I have stuff and it didn't even like stain the back. Look at how little, I don't know if you can see, like there's a little bit of black right there, but I don't know what happened with the light there, but anyway. Let's see, Gourmet would be the perfect cat for me. Just don't let him eat my chilies. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're giving him something else to eat, you probably will leave them alone. It's all about, like, strategic feeding with him. Oh my gosh, you guys. You can hear me sing in my, not my most recent one. No, I have a video coming out where I sing. That's right. I'm working ahead. That's why I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a video coming out where you can hear it, and it'll be better than anything I do here, so it would be best if you wait. So, I wouldn't even know what to sing. Anyway. Putting away paints. Yeah, here. Look at my poor clock. with all the stains. I don't want to sing, I don't want to. You guys, I put actual effort into the singing in the upcoming videos, so if you guys would just wait, I would be like, sound way better. I don't even know when it's coming out. I think it's not this week, but next week. See, how are you guys going to want to watch my video if I sing now? You know? Gotta let you guys feel the want for a little bit. But here, I'll tell you when it comes out so that you can know. Okay, so it's August 6th. So not this week, but the week after that. This week's video is a leg tutorial, so if you need help with that, for sure watch that video. Because I think I did really, at least a decent job explaining how I do it. And some kind of basic, like, hacks for you to remember how to work on it. Let's see, I'm bad at arms. I'll do an arm video in the future as well. In fact, I'm going to add that to my list right now. Because that's another hard one. And I feel like it's almost harder than legs. So, I will add that to the list. And, yeah, so, anyway, August 6th, you guys, I'll sing for you then. As for now, I'm going to sign this. What is today? 27th. There we go. Now I have to let this dry or else it will ruin everything. Let's see. Somehow I managed to do it okay in my videos, but there's a lot of like redoing. Why, besides the fan, is your space so quiet? It has no windows or doors. No, I'm saying it has some doors. It has no windows though. There's like, my fan is the only air circulation. Otherwise it gets so stuffy. But yeah. So that's why, you know, there's no incoming noise. Or at least there's a lot less. So, you know, saving grace for me. See, hey, what are you gonna be for Halloween? I'm being girl from Invader Zim. I'm gonna be Brew, but I'm gonna be Brew in drag because it's easier for me to look like a woman than a man, so I think that'll be fun. And I have no clue how I'm gonna do the makeup because that's not my talent. It's art. 2D flat. That's what I can do. See. It is afternoon for me, yeah. I'm trying to survive the heat by being down here. Let's see, for me it's the 28th and it's morning. So yeah, no, that would make a difference. Apparently I'm behind you. Okay, so speaking of, I'm seeing a lot of like, don't want to end the live. Do you guys want to have just a discussion about what you guys want to see in live streams in the future? Because I'm super open to ideas. And, because like, I like doing these, but I have no clue. And you might just have to stare at this drawing the whole time, because I have like, nothing interesting to look at. So, yeah, if you guys want to just tell me stuff that you want to see in the future, I'll just kind of wrap up and clean up stuff while you do that, and then we can have that discussion. Maybe you'll see some of the stuff that we talk about later. but also if you have to have like a water bowl, this homemade pottery that has like zero quality, it's so rough. It makes it great because you can just scrub your brush against it. See, I have 3 or 4 ideas. Yeah, let me know anything you guys want. If I can do it, I probably will. While you guys type that out, I'm going to go put this little palette underwater so that it doesn't dry up. So yet again, I will be back. My sink looks like a murder scene now because all the red, it just sprayed everywhere. Okay. I'm going to grab my list of things I was thinking about doing and kind of discuss. Okay, so I was thinking about doing some sketchbook tours because I've had people asking about that. So that might be a fun little idea. I'll have to bring out some old sketchbooks so you can really see how far I've come and maybe give you hope for where you're at. I'm planning on doing another one of these type of things, not necessarily with the ink because my ink does not work and I did not realize that until I started. Yeah, anyway, so, but with Sham, right? Like, I'd like to get through all the different characters and do at least one of each of them. And then kind of cycle through them occasionally. I was thinking about maybe doing some old art, like redraws. And that could either be a live stream type thing, or I could do some videos, like official, good-looking, well-edited videos about that. I could do something talking about character design, because that's kind of a big thing that I enjoy. So maybe if you guys want to hear kind of my opinions on that, kind of tips and tricks. That's another one that I could do as like a legit video, or like a live stream. So there's some options. I could do both. Why not? I could do some Q&A videos, which I think we kind of already have them, so they're all Q&As. But if you guys wanted to do more of an official just for Q&A, that could be good. Maybe I could set up a camera outside so you can see like scenery. So my dark dungeon. And then I am planning on doing another one of those Drawing Euro Seas live streams. It's a little bit stressful to manage all of those. So, that one might come a little bit later. But when I do decide to do that, I will let you guys know. And I'll just put it, yeah, I'll let you guys know and kind of explain that then. Because I think those are fun. Let's see. You're American. Yes, I am American. USA. So, that's where I'm at. Let's see. Could you do memes? Oh, memes would be interesting. I think that's a good... Okay, I'm writing that down because I like that. Memes. I do love a good meme. So, yeah. Because I could, like, either try to make, like, a meme template or I could go in and alter actual memes and use like my characters and stuff. I could also probably do an animation meme. That would have to be like a video, not a live stream, but that's also okay. Animation. I'll have to go do some research about like what those are. But I think that could be a fun take on some stuff. Let's see. Animatic memes, like the Crush song. Yeah, I haven't actually, like, been super, I don't even know how you say it, like, what am I trying to say? Haven't heard a lot about animation memes, haven't watched a lot of them, but I've gotten it requested enough that I think I should probably go in and figure out what the heck it is and see if I can't do something fun like that. Anyway, what else? So I have written down an ARM tutorial and animation memes. And I think those are great ideas, so thank you for, offering those up. I hear a song but can't find any ideas when making animations. Am I normal? Of course. Let's see, does your character in your animatics look like you in real life? Yeah, actually. Very, very closely so. Obviously there's a little bit of artistic interpretation, but, yeah. I do generally look like that. My hair is a little bit different, not like a lot. It's mostly because that's usually where my hair ends up. Like, I'll do something fun with my hair, and then it will end up back at that stage very quickly. So, yeah. Generally, that's pretty much what I look like. Let's see. So I've done a lot of them. I'm assuming them is the animation memes. They're fun but hard. Yeah, okay, so then the next one was like, why don't you make animation memes? Because most of them that I have seen, which isn't a lot, use, like, actual songs, and I don't know the rules around copyright enough to figure out whether or not, I'm big in, like, I don't know. So it's copyright that makes me a little bit worried, but generally, yeah. That's why. So, but I'll look into figuring out what exactly qualifies that as a, like, yes or no type of thing. Anyway. No, copyright is so important. Oh my gosh. Like, I get that there's a little bit of frustration, but honestly, I think I'd die if copyright wasn't a thing. Let's see, I'm sure if you made one, it would be very good. Thank you. I'll look into it for you guys, see if I can't come up with something fun and new and exciting. How? Nope, it is not dried. I think that's going to take a couple hours. Anyway. Yeah. So I think all I have to say, I think I'm going to wrap up. But if you have more ideas, you can totally leave them in the description or whatever. No, that's my place. I get to leave stuff in the description. You guys can leave them in the comments. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead and leave more ideas in the comments. We can get some brainstorming going on. Anyway, so look out for Tuesday's video. That will be leg tutorial. I think it's been a little bit since I've done a tutorial, so I think that'll be fun and hopefully useful. I think second of all, make sure to look for the week after that, apparently, because y'all want to hear me sing. In that video, Pen will make me sing. So, I think that'll be pretty fun for you guys. What else? Plan on doing more live streams. I'll try and hit, like, a variety of different times, because, again, I have people all over in different time zones trying to watch this, so trying to accommodate to a wide variety of people. And then what else? Did I have any more exciting news? I don't think so. Next week's video, the week after that. Yeah, live streams. Okay, thanks for joining me, you guys. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I got to practice some new techniques. So, thanks for being here. I'll see you guys next time, hopefully very soon, and talk to y'all later. Bye!